The plot was, did I sign an NDA? I can't tell you. You can ask me anything, but I don't have to answer anything. Hi, I am Dove Cameron, and today I'm going to let Elle ask me anything. Please look at how my hands are. Why are they like this? Ooh, you know, I actually met the celebrity I was dying to meet, which was Guillermo del Toro. Freaked out. I was like, I think you're my hero. I was like, you're my creative muse. I was like, everything you touch, I feel so seen. And he was like, did you know that I live very close to where we are? And I was like, no, I didn't. He was like, there's also a McDonald's nearby. And I was like, oh. And he was like, I hope you have a really good night. I was like, if that's all I ever get from you, I'll die happy. What's something people would be surprised to know about me? I'm really sensitive. I think a lot of people think I'm like really hard intensity, but I think like the intensity is met with an equal sensitivity that is like nearly debilitating. I'm a lover. I don't know. Someone told me recently that I have a really strong resting bitch face, but I promise I don't mean it. So like if you ever see me mean mugging in public, just know I'm like waiting for a hug. I can't do it now. I don't know. The first job I ever had was making cardboard boxes for my parents' jewelry business, and I got $2 an hour. I would work with a tape gun, so it was very intense. You guys, it was not the safest job for like a 7-year-old. That's really hard because a lot of my tattoos I got for people who passed. I definitely love the one that I got from my best friend Cameron. That one's really meaningful. I most recently, though, I got one for my dad. I found my baby book that like I've avoided like the plague for the last decade because I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready to see his handwriting and hear his like initial thoughts about what he wants for my life. And there was a line in there where he had quoted me when I was like 2 years old, saying to him, "We'll be friends forever." And I just thought, how beautiful would that be to have "We'll be friends forever" in his handwriting. Forever, like right here. Because, you know, we'll be best friends forever. 3 beauty products I can't live without. So I've been completely dependent on and obsessed with the Shuimura Antioxy Oil Cleanser since I was like 19 or something. I love that Gucci mascara. It's like got a little teeth to it. I'm obsessed with that. I use the like Benefit blush tint that looks like a vial of blood for my cheeks, tip of my nose, and my lips. And like if you just throw that on and a little mascara, you're good to go. A lot. There's this song by Does It Offend You, Yeah, called With a Heavy Heart. That goes crazy. I have a playlist called Absolutely Losing My Mind where I like start my morning with it, and it's like mind numbing, like you're standing next to the speaker at the concert kind of bass. I'm gonna go deaf one day. I'm definitely gonna go deaf. My most irrational fear, I actually have an answer for this. I have a debilitating fear of getting my blood drawn. Like, I had to go to the ER recently for some kind of, I like passed out and everybody was very concerned, and they had to draw a bunch of my blood to do the tests, and then they had to give me an IV, and I swear, you guys, I was like, I'm 11 years old. Like, I couldn't stop crying. I was shaking, and I was shaking and crying so much to the point that I also started laughing. So there's all these videos of me like this, being like, it's not funny. The first time I felt like I made it. I genuinely feel like I have small versions of that all the time, but I guess I don't know what even is making it. Like, I guess Boyfriend was a huge moment for me. That was really affirming for me because it felt like it was about my relationship with the world. The most vulnerable track on Alchemical is definitely Fragile Things. I wrote most of the first half of this album about a breakup that was a really pivotal moment for me in my life. I say moment like it wasn't 2 years, but it was. I spent about 2 years recovering from the loss of this very important relationship. But I think sometimes in life we have to acknowledge when something well and truly surprises us and breaks our heart and reminds us of how fragile we are. And that's kind of where Fragile Things came from. Oh, this really is Ask Me Anything. The plot was, did I sign an NDA? I can't tell you. You can ask me anything, but I don't have to answer anything. Let me just say that what we shot, I loved. And that was one of the most fun things. And I think whatever you thought it was gonna be, it wasn't gonna be that. And it was very campy and very sexy and very fun. And I love Diablo Cody. Ooh, what Disney Channel star was my favorite? I think probably Raven was my favorite. I didn't have Disney Channel growing up. I didn't have cable, but I could sneak away to my friends' houses and watch it. So I knew what it was, but like just barely, which sounds crazy. Like it sounds like I'm making that up, but we had 4 channels. We had like the local news, we had PBS, UPN 11 before it was the CW. Not Descendants. I mean, Ways to Be Wicked, I think smacks. That song sounds so much like Diet Panic at the Disco or something, right? Like, I think that song is like kind of up my alley still. But also Space Between, it's so gay. That's a love song for Evie and Mel, for sure, I'm confirming it. I think my regularly scheduled Sherlock, like once a year binge was my last thing. But I'm obsessed with baking shows. Unhealthily, like, can't tear my eyes away. Things with plot, I'm like, But baking shows, I'll sit there, I'll stay up all night and I'll sob. Sob, 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 sob. Great British Bake Off. There's like the chocolate one with the French chocolatier. I love that one. They make sculptures out of chocolate and then when it breaks, they cry. And I cry. I love it. There's gotta be one. Oh, I have one. When I was doing Mamma Mia at the Hollywood Bowl, I don't know if anybody knows this, but those ABBA songs, they're repetitive. They're repetitive, which means they're easy to memorize and easier to f up. And everybody knows them, that's the other thing. So when I was doing that, don't know how to fake it, don't know where to go, running low, which opens the second act, mind you. I just completely went up on the verse and I sang like the same verse 3 times in a row. And I was like, fingers crossed that everybody is so drunk right now. But I was like, I'm gonna be crucified because ABBA is national treasure level. And if you could have been inside my brain in that moment, I was gonna pass out on that bed. Thanks for hanging out with me in ELLE today. Check out my new album, Alchemical, out December 1st.